Hey there, sneak peekers. This is Tammy. I am one of the coaches here on Team Believe. Super excited to have you all here these 3 days and hoping you're learning a lot. I'm here to talk with you about ways in which you can pursue this business while working full time. So I work full time in a corporate setting. I work in human resources for a software company, and it's been my career for the past 25 years, and I loved it. I have loved it. It's given me great reward. But yet, one of the things that I have felt God calling me to is into this space of faith and fitness. And I feel like Beachbody has given me an opportunity to really pursue my purpose. So I jumped in about 18 months ago and said yes. And I have been pursuing building my business over that time. So I'm here to share with you how I've been doing that and some things to keep in mind if in fact you do have a full-time job. So first and foremost, I think it's really, really important to be really clear about why you want this, okay? So I mentioned for me, it's really a part of my calling. And I feel like God has been kind of moving me in this direction for a while now, for the past couple of years. And so when I finally said yes, that has really kept me like engaged and motivated. And I think having a why is so super important because let's face it, you do not have like just empty time sitting there in your day. It's not like you have an hour or two to burn where you don't have anything else going on right now, right? You're a busy mama. And so you need something big enough that's going to force you to identify time in your day where you're going to say no to something else and yes to Beachbody to really work your business. And so for me, that's what I've had to do. I have had to choose time in my day. Most days it's 5 a.m. to 6 where I'm pursuing my business, I'm building relationships, and I'm making things happen. And then I'm finding other time at the end of my day to kind of check in with my challengers and give them support and encouragement. And then I spend a little bit of time on the weekends. Again, not time that I just had laying around, but times where I said to the rest of my family, or to myself, and you need to find time where either nobody else is awake yet, hence 5 a.m., or you need to, or check in with the rest of your family and make sure that I, can carve out time at night where I can pursue my business and it's not going to affect anything going on at home. So, but in order to do that, I had to share with them like why I want to do this and why this means a lot to me. So that's, first and foremost, that's what you need to do. And then I would also say that being consistent with dedicating that time is absolutely critical. There have been months where I have not been consistent and my results have showed that. And not only that, but I feel like, if God's called me to this and I'm not doing it, then I'm not being a good steward of what He has provided for me. And, I don't want that. Like, I want to be obedient and do the work that He has laid out for me. And so I have found that on those days where I am consistent and building relationships and like really eliminating distractions and focused on my business, that He has blessed that. And, that makes all the difference. So your why being big, consistency in finding time in your schedule and making it happen. And then lastly, I would say is perseverance. Particularly for those, working full time, we don't have a whole lot of time to dedicate to this business. And we also want to have time for our families. And so for me, I have to figure out how to make, 90 minutes a day and a couple of hours on the weekends work for me to help me reach my goals. And so there are going to be obstacles. There are things that get in our way. There are months where I haven't met my goals, but yet I have chosen to persevere because, again, God's called me to do this and I'm not going to give up on that. So your why, finding time in your schedule, being consistent with that, and then perseverance are absolutely critical to make this work, particularly when you have a full-time job. It's not easy, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. All right. I hope that's helpful. I'm here if you have any other questions. Happy to answer some logistical stuff or get detailed, into my schedule if that would be helpful. Just ask away below. Thanks.